email is still alive and well, and Kajabi understands this, which is why they promote email marketing so much. And when you know how to do email marketing right, you can make a significant amount of money, and you can create passive income by learning how to automate emails. And Kajabi is one of the best tools out there by far that allows you to make sending automated emails really stinking easy. Today, I'm going to walk you through what to write in your emails and how to set it up inside of Kajabi so you can start making some sales. By the way, if you want to take advantage of a free 30-day trial of Kajabi to play with the platform yourself, you can use my link profityourknowledge.com/Kajabi. This is an affiliate link, so I get a small percentage of your investment in Kajabi, but there's no extra cost to you compared to if you went through Kajabi's website yourself. All this does is simply support me and this channel for referring someone to Kajabi. But when you sign up with my link, I'm going to give you instant access to a course I created called Kajabi Kickstart, which is going to help you set up and launch your online business with Kajabi in that first 30 days. On top of that, when you're inside of Kajabi Kickstart, you will have access to a free 45-minute coaching session with me where you and I both get to deep dive into your Kajabi account, and I will be there to answer any questions you have about Kajabi, marketing, or even making your first sale with the platform. All of this is free, and you can get instant access by going to profityourknowledge.com/Kajabi or clicking the link down in the description. Without further ado, let's dive into Kajabi. To get started building out our email funnel in Kajabi, we're going to go down to the marketing tab, and then we're going to go over to funnels. In here, I've already built a handful of funnels. We're just going to create a new funnel. It's going to take us over to the different types of funnels that we want to build. So there's a free book, sales page. We ideally would like to have an automated sequence already be created for us. And I'm assuming that you want to sell a product and you're already set for that. You already know what your product is, etc. So that's where I'd recommend the sales page funnel. We get an opt-in page where we can collect emails, and that's automatically going to trigger for us an 8 email sequence, which we can fully update, and I'll show you how to do that. And then the sales page, we also get that these emails lead to, and we get a checkout page where people can put in their credit card information. They can make an investment. So this is one we want. We're going to go create funnel, and we'll just call this email sequence. Select an offer. Which one are we going to go with? Let's say the Epic Mini Course Pro. Create funnel. Now our funnel is fully created. First thing, we can start from the top, work our way down. We have our opt-in page where we can describe the value and let your users know exactly what they're opting in for and how the value will affect them. So we want to create some sort of PDF guide, or it could be a workshop or a video training, something that's going to entice people to actually want what we have to offer and actually get onto our email list. Just saying subscribe to our email list, it's not really enticing. So ideally with like the sales page you have down here, if you have a product that you want to sell, think about that product. And I like to work backwards when I build an email sequence of like the emails you want the emails to be congruent with the offer that you're going to make on this page, and you want your opt-in to be congruent. Congruency is the key. It's what makes it work. If people find your content, you're talking about relationships, and then you have a lead magnet or a freebie that's about 5 steps to deepen a relationship or something like that, and then your course is about the 10-step system to have a fulfilling relationship, it's all congruent. Okay. It's not like you're talking about health over here and then how to be a car mechanic as your course. It's like, wait, what are you talking about? So make sure everything is very congruent. I'm not going to go like crazy deep into building a lead magnet. But it's just something free that you give people in exchange for their email address that's valuable for them. There are many different examples. One of them is from a friend and a fellow coach of mine named Greg Faxon. I use this example all the time. He helps coaches fill up their client roster, get more clients. And knowing his audience, he knows that coaches have a big struggle. Where do I find clients? Where am I going to find my next client? So Greg created this really quick guide, a free PDF called 21 Ways to Find Potential Clients. His audience is coaches trying to get more clients. That's his offer of what he does with people. So his guide is a no-brainer. If someone gets value from his free content, and then he says, by the way, I have a PDF guide that walks you through 21 ways to find potential clients, and a coach is trying to get more clients, they're going to download it. They're like 21. I didn't even think there were that many. Okay. Most people miss 13. It's just like a little extra copy that he likes to add in there. So think about that burning consistent pain that your audience faces, something just really consistent that's always happening. It's very obvious. And then what's a quick solution you can give them? Think about it more as a potato chip rather than the full entree. The entree is your course. Okay. And remember, this has to be very congruent and systematic. So we want to build out this whole page, again, describe the value. If you want a good example, I have a freebie that I'm happy to give you. And it's actually, we're going to be walking through it today, but it's a 5-day automatic email sequence. So I'm going to show you, like, this is basically the 5 emails that I learned from like Graham Cochran, Ramit Sethi, my mentors. I learned how to build this stuff from them. And I was like, okay, this makes sense. I was doing productivity coaching at the time. I was able to sell completely hands off without ever meeting people multiple times, $200, $300 products via email. And it was because of these emails. So I'm going to give you these emails so that you have a great starting point with writing out your own emails, and that's going to become your email funnel. Do you see what I did there? This is a freebie. It's something that's going to be valuable to you. It's related to what I'm talking about. And you can replicate your own version of this. And I mean, if you think about this, it's 13 pages, okay? It's a little bit longer than normal. Normally, I'd say anywhere from 2 to 10 pages, okay? But it's something that gets people's brains turning, it gets it going. On here in Kajabi, you can change out the background image. You can make it a video, you can make it none, put in the image of whatever it is that you want. You can change out all the text. So a great copy formula that I learned from Ramit Sethi was very simple formula. So it can be like in the example of Greg Faxon, it could be like, and what I would even do is I would actually get rid of this block and I would just keep it really simple. It's automatically going to create a form for us, but you can always update the form and change what you want it to actually say, like email sequence form. It built out the form, but you can kind of play around with this to make sure that they get the right kind of guide automatically delivered to them. So you can just do that by clicking edit your forms. In here, email sequence form. And then down here, you can decide if you want double opt-in, single opt-in. You can see if you want name and email, or you can add more forms. Or if you just want email, you can just do that. And what happens is down here, it has an automation. Once they fill that out, subscribe them to an email sequence form. Okay, so they fill out the email sequence form, subscribe them to an email sequence, which is email sequence. Okay, you can change this stuff up. But what I would do is add an email and say send an email, or add an automation, send an email to the person. Okay, so I just filled this in. I said for the subject line, here's your free guide, or here's your 5-step guide, or your free download, whatever you want to say. And then they click on it and it says something like, welcome to the family, or hey friend, welcome to the family. Click here to download your free guide. This is where you can go over to your, we'll say with this one in this example, we'll go over to share because it's already a PDF that I've uploaded. It's on anyone with the link. This is in Google Drive. And then we'll go back over to here. We'll click insert link, paste, hit OK. Cool. And then we can like make this bold. We can change up the color. I like blue. Cool. Tomorrow, I'll be sending you an email on how X will help you X. So keep an eye on your inbox. Okay. So this is a little practice in email marketing that I've learned where you pretty much hype up the next email. You give a good email, and then at the end of the email, you say, and by the way, tomorrow we're going to go deeper into this, or tomorrow I'm sharing with you how this is going to help you achieve this. Okay, and it'd be something counterintuitive too. Like if you're a fitness coach, it could be like, tomorrow I'm going to be sharing with you how you can work out fewer times each week and continuously burn fat each and every day without even working out, or something like that. So it's kind of counterintuitive, and it sets them up for tomorrow and gets them excited for tomorrow's email, which makes them think about opening your next email. Okay, so that's really helpful to do. And this is great right when people land on the first one, right when they get that first download, because you're delivering on the promise. You gave them the download. And then we can get ready and kind of prime them for going to our email sequence. So we'll hit save. And then we're going to go back over to our funnel. We can go back over to, let me hit save again. and go over to funnel overview. Cool. So we have our opt-in. We're all set up here. We're going to go over to email sequence. Now, what happens is right here, it automatically has this with immediately. This is our introduction. So this shows you like right when they opt in, it's going to automatically have this email sequence set up. I showed you another way. You can have it be where the email sequence delivers that first email and it's just sent on 0. So it's immediately sent for someone, or you can do what I showed you where over in the form, you can send an email here as well. Okay, it's kind of up to you what you want to do. If you have multiple different lead magnets that point to the same email sequence, then it's more beneficial for you inside of each form to send this email or to have the automation where you send an email. Because if you had 3 different lead magnets or even just 2 different freebies or lead magnets, and they both sent the same exact email right away, then they wouldn't get the right guide. So that's why I prefer to, inside of each form, is to send an email and to make sure that, it can be copy and paste, that's fine, from the other one, and I just change out the link for here. So they get the right guide or the right freebie, whatever it is. So that's what I like to do. And then here, this is what I would move to day 1. So one day after, and you could pick whatever time, like 7 a.m., whatever time you want. You can automatically set this stuff too inside of the settings section. But now this is one day after they've opted in to our opt-in. So they opted in, found us online, whatever, and then they got their freebie gift. One day after that, we're going to send them the first email in our email sequence. So you can change out the subject line. Kajabi automatically gives you content that you can put in here, like the subject line transformation. I wouldn't do that. Okay. I like to write my own emails from scratch. So I would get rid of all this. You can open this up if you want to have more kind of playroom, change up the font size, whatever you want, personalize it how you please, add images, buttons, all that kind of stuff you can do in here. But now we're starting to get into the actual emails, and you can delete emails down here as well. So maybe actually this first one we'll just, yes, I want to delete this. I'm going to delete this first email, and it's taking us over to the second email. So I'm going to move this to 1. Day 1, make sure it's at 7 a.m. And now we can go in here. So this is supposed to be kind of that second email. I got rid of the other one because we're just not going to use that one. Plus they give us 8 emails. Typically a good email sequence is right about 5 days. It could be a little bit more, depends on how sophisticated your program is that you're going to be selling, but a 5-day email sequence works great. It's totally fine. Okay. So now this is where this document comes into play. Again, there's a link down in the description. Just go to profityourknowledge.com/email, and then you can put in your email, and then you can get this one. Okay. And this is, again, my full email sequence that I use when selling my first productivity course. And when I started making passive income, I first started doing that. This thing, it worked. Okay. And that's the biggest thing I want you to know. This is the system that I learned from my mentors like Ramit Sethi, Graham Cochran. Here's the flow. Okay. So on day 1, this is that first email. What we're going to do, and I recommend doing this inside of Google Docs or some other document, instead of just writing it directly inside of the email section. I like to write it outside of that just so I can store it. I can edit it, play with it, spell check it, all that kind of stuff. And that's much easier inside of Google Drive. And what we're going to do is on day 1, the first email that they get, the first automated email that we hyped up in that freebie delivery, is we're just going to teach one thing, one specific insight that's relevant to your product, okay, congruency, and something that they can take action on that day. So we want it to be just really actionable, value-packed, and benefit-driven for this person. Okay, look at your customer research, think it could even be a something that you teach inside of your course that you're kind of giving them. You could share a story and then tie it into some sort of actionable thing that they can do. But the first day, we kind of want to start light, okay? And then the second day, it's best to build off of what you talked about in the first day, but still just teach them one more specific insight. So these first 2 emails are all about just teaching something. It's teaching, it's sharing stories, it's building the relationship and building trust and rapport with the person and keeping everything relevant to the product that you're going to offer. And you're getting their brain turning about what this product is. okay, or what's going to be entailed with the product ultimately, whether they know it or not. Then day 3 comes around, and this is where we're going to teach a bit more and then transition into offering your product. So teaching something and then transitioning halfway through, and inside of this, you'll be able to see how I did that in this email sequence. And then day 4, it's going to be specifically, I like to do like a peek inside of whatever your product is, or here's what's inside, insert name of product, and just be really direct about it. You know, if you're going to sell with confidence. Like don't be lukewarm about it. Be fully direct, be confident in your copy, in the writing that you have, and it's going to show for the people that read it, and they're going to feel it. Okay. And then day 5, you're going to, again, offer your product. It's a pitch. So it's teach in more depth. Day 3, teach, and then transition into offering and introducing your product. And then day 4 and 5 are all just about straight offer your product. And then you can do a little closeout on day 5. What is helpful too on day 5 is if you do some sort of case study or a testimonial or multiple testimonials, that is a great way to showcase the value inside of your product. And then in all of these pitching emails or the offer emails, you want to make sure that you add a link that's going to go over to actually like buy your product. And that goes over to the next step. So right here, the course was called Peak Focus Academy. And I just said, get Peak Focus Academy today. But in the actual emails in Kajabi, I added a button underneath that. So when you write out your emails in something like Google Drive, or Google Docs, you just copy and paste it in here, and then you can play around with the format. And we want to go through each one of these emails. So this was supposed to be day 1, and then day 4 is what it says here. We want to switch that to day 2. And again, you can change this up, hit save as you please. Once you set up your emails, you're just going to copy paste them inside of this email sequence. Make sure that you have your 5 emails, so get rid of any other ones. So once you get your email sequence fully set up, then you want to make sure that inside of those, it points to the next step in your pipeline. We want people to, when they read our emails after opting in, they're getting more value, they find out about our product, and everything is pointing people to this page where you can have a video, you can build out your sales copy, and then from here, people can decide to actually opt in. And if you do want a sales copy sequence that I did create, or just a sales copy overview of 5 steps that you can use to create some better sales copy and get you going, you can always go to profityourknowledge.com/copy. So I'll put a link towards the email sequence and the sales page copy down below this video. My gift to you. That's really all there is to building out an email funnel. I like these because they're really simple. They rely heavily on your copywriting skills, which can kind of suck in the beginning if you're not that good at writing copy. But when you get good at writing copy, you can pretty much print money out of thin air, which is pretty amazing. Now, if you want to know if Kajabi is the right platform for you, the best way is to just try it out. You can go through their website and get a 14-day free trial, or you can look at my link down in the description, profityourknowledge.com/Kajabi. And by using my link, you get a 30-day free trial, so twice the amount of time to play with the platform. I also give you instant access to a course I made called Kajabi Kickstart. Walks you through how to set up and launch your marketing funnel like this inside of Kajabi, but it's a bit more in depth. But I break everything down that you need into 5 simple steps to fully set you up and teach you some other things that I have learned in terms of using this platform that has really helped me in just being more successful in the online space using Kajabi. And inside of Kajabi Kickstart, there's a link where you can book a one-to-one coaching call with me, where I'll sit down with you and answer any questions you have about Kajabi, marketing, sales, coming up with a product idea, your business idea, even whatever it is that you need to make sure that you feel confident in using this platform so you can really grow with it and, you know, shortcut all the second guessing and wondering if am I doing this right or not. That's why I'm offering you this call and the course inside. Link down in the description, profityourknowledge.com/Kajabi. Now, if you have any questions about what I covered in this video, let me know in a comment below. Be happy to answer them. And if it makes sense, I will make another video if I need to. I hope this is helpful. I hope it was insightful for you, and I will see you in the next one.